Hi, it's Father Bob. I hope you're well. What are you hoping to accomplish during Lent? Maybe you'd like to be more charitable, less judgmental, or curb a bad habit. Still, I'd like to make another suggestion. More than just addressing one or two areas of your life that you could improve upon, get at the heart of what a true disciple of Jesus is all about. I suggest that you have as your goal for Lent to become more like Jesus. What do you think? It's an intentional attitude, a way of life. It's who you can become. To think like Jesus, to love like Jesus, to act like Jesus. Matthew Kelly tells a beautiful story of a man named Paul who had just finished a very successful meeting. And he and his team were rushing to catch a flight home. They bolted toward a vacant cab, but as they made their way across the sidewalk, they inadvertently knocked over a small produce stand. The rest of the team seemed oblivious until Paul stopped and turned around to go back. They called out to him, but Paul told them to go ahead without him. He made his way back to the sidewalk covered in produce, and at that moment he realized that the woman behind the stand was blind. She was just standing there crying softly with tears running down her face. "It's okay," Paul said to her as he got down on his hands and knees to pick up the fruits and vegetables. As he put the produce back on the cart and set aside anything that was spoiled, he asked her, "Are you okay?" And she nodded through her tears, and then reaching for his wallet, he took out some bills and passed them to the woman, saying, "This money should cover the damages." And with that, Paul turned and began to walk away. "Mister," the woman called out after him, "are you Jesus?" "Oh, no," he replied. The woman nodded and said, "I only ask because I prayed for Jesus to help me as I heard my fruit falling all over the sidewalk." Paul turned to leave again, only now his eyes began to fill with tears. He missed his flight, but it gave him some time to think about the question she had asked him. "Are you Jesus?" One important way to become more like Jesus during Lent is to read some gospel passages that show what Jesus was like, what he did, what his priorities and values were. And then ask Jesus to help you imitate him. And as you let Jesus be your inspiration and model for life, I can imagine that someone might just mistake you for Jesus too. God bless.